Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings, everybody. I pray everybody have a blessed day. So I had an interesting conversation that's not, spoke on too much. I guess the way it should, just coming up and understanding the way you should eat and what you should and how you shouldn't eat and how it's not popular. We're not taught portion control. We're not taught all these different things, and having these understandings now. I'm always trying to pour to people so they don't have to lose the weight and go through what I went through, you know what I'm saying? So one of the conversations was like, about how making this thing easier, how losing weight easier. So we was talking about when you break your fast, what's the proper way of breaking your fast, and it's not spoke on enough. I mean, you could find it, but it's not spoken on enough. And one of the things I was telling her, like, you should always eat your protein first and your fats first, because what happens to the body is that excuse me, what happens to the body is that it allow your body, anything you eat, it spikes insulin, like, you know what I'm saying? But what happens is that when you eat a high protein and fat meal first off, especially long prolonged fast, or just doing intermittent fasting, or just your first meal in general, you should always want to eat a high protein, high fat meal, only because it allows you to sustain without eating after that meal a little bit longer than if you break your fast with carbohydrates and sugar. When you go, majority of the time when you outside and you see people go to the store, like then Dunkin' Donuts or McDonald's and stuff like that. I've done security at schools. Kids are door dashing pancakes and stuff like that. Your insulin spikes, and is a quick spike. It's like putting bad gas in a car. It's going to burn quickly. And so what happens is that when it burns like that, you're going to want more food, more fuel, because now your body's saying, hold on, I don't used all that. I want more. When it comes to protein and fats, it's not necessarily the same unless you're just being greedy, right? Let's just keep it real, right? What happens is that you're putting proper gas in your car, so it's allowing you to be able to withstand a little bit longer, and you're allowed to, use, your brain functions and be focused a little bit better than when you eating carbohydrates and sugar. Because when you're drinking sugary coffees or drinks, or you go to the store and you get these what you call these little sandwiches and stuff like that, the insulin spikes a little bit faster, and it can make you tired. It can, you can make you groggy, if I'm saying it right. It can make you not be able to focus. I've seen some of these kids eat the sugar and they spikes, and then they're going crazy, and they all this energy, and next when you see them switch class, they don't have the same energy because the energy is used already. But when you use protein and proteins and fats, it's not necessarily the same. You be able to, it's like clean energy. You be able to withstand a little bit longer and stuff like that. So I told her, I said, to make this easier, and I'm not saying you can't have carbohydrates and sugars, everything is a balance, you know what I'm saying? We ain't anti-carb, anti-sugar over here, but we are a generation of people for I don't know how many years just been misusing it. That's why we obese in the first place, right? So saying that is that we want to make sure that when we eat, period, or fast or whatever, our first encounter with anything should be high protein. And I know it gets a bad rap because people do what they want to do, but I'm telling you, the results is there. I put up studies right here. There'd be one over here somewhere, it's about 2 of them, and it would show that when you eat carbohydrates, this will happen to your body. But when you eat protein first, this will happen even more so if you eat a food would have protein, carbs, and fats in it. Even eating the protein and the fats first, and then the carbohydrate even does wonders on you and stuff like that. So I just want to give it out there and put that information out there. Like I said, it's out there, but it's just need to keep being pushed out there, is that it is a proper way of eating. You know what I'm saying? I know we go to the store and we get candy, protein is. Candy and like chips and cookies and stuff on our way to the store, on our way to school, on our way to work, all these different things. And it just doesn't do the machine any justice when you do that. If you break your fast in the morning, it should be eggs, some type of protein, and start your day off with that, because you'll allow yourself to be a better machine, a better person out in a regular day. So I hope this helps, guys. If anybody looking for an accountability partner to have these conversations like I had with my client, please feel free to click the link in the bio. It's a free call. We could go over a bunch of things to get you started. But until there, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the next video.